Hi and welcome to this vlog on the summer solstice. Happy solstice to you if you are in the northern hemisphere. It is the longest day of the year for us, and it's an interesting time here with our weather and Mother Nature. So when we are living with the seasons, we have to go with what Mother Nature gives us, and at the moment we have very high temperatures in the UK, hitting nearly the 30 mark, which used to be unusual for us and is becoming a bit more of the norm now. And in my area, we are also officially in a drought. There's not enough in our reservoirs for what we need. There is some rain due. We'll see what Mother Nature brings, because they do often get the forecast wrong in my area. So I've not been able to do one of my little rituals, which was to have that cleansing Himalayan salt bath, but that's okay. We're still able to have showers if we keep them short, so that's absolutely fine. And being able to get my feet on the earth and my feet making bare contact with the ground is a bit of a challenge as well, because as you can see, I'm very fair skinned, so the heat is not my friend. So I haven't been able to do that, but I've been able to do the cleansing of my home with incense, burning my candle for peace. There's lots of other things I've been doing, and the meditation, and this weather makes me slow down, so it's easier for me to meditate in this weather. But one of the things I wanted to do today on the summer solstice was to do an oracle reading for myself. And when I sat down this morning to tune in, there's a lot of fear in the world, isn't there? And we can all feel that individually about the conflicts in the world. And the more we talk about it and focus on it, the more we give our energy to it, and the more we co-create that in the world. So it's this balance of being human and soulful, of acknowledging and knowing what is going on. We can't pretend it's not happening. We have an awareness of it, and so we should, as responsible human beings on this earthly planet. But equally, we have a soul that allows us inwardly to focus on what we want for the world: peace, end conflict, equality, justice, fairness, all those things. But really, I think what a lot of us want at this moment is peace. So inwardly, we have to focus more on that feeling of peace. We don't need to know how it happens, how it comes about, because if you remember kind of the sacred laws of manifesting, or co-creation as I prefer to call it, it's about the feeling of what you want. It's creating the feeling of what you want, and the universe, the other worlds, can take care of the details. And it's exactly the same, and it's more powerful when there is a collective of us doing it. And I choose to believe that there are more of us in the world that want peace right now than actually want conflict. I think that's a minority, and I choose to believe there's more of us that want peace in the world, so we can collectively manifest this and co-create this. And that's what my questions to the otherworldly were for my oracle reading today. I've asked 3 questions. As I move through the summer season, how do I stay in the channel of peace, compassion, and empathy? How can I soothe my conscious mind? Because that's where a lot of the fear sits. And what can I do to release the conditioning of fear? Because I think fear gets created and we hold on to it, and the fear isn't always created within us, it's created externally, but we absorb it inwards, don't we? So the oracle I've chosen is the Akashic Tarot by Sandra Ann Taylor. This is one of my favourites. And I'm going to share with you what my reading was, so you can use these questions if you like for your reading today, or you can adapt them and change them and shift them to what works for you. So as I move through the summer season, how do I stay in the channel of peace, compassion and empathy? Well, I love this. I got the Akashic Field. So I love the Akashic Field because it's this beautiful blending of soulfulness, sacredness, and kind of science, the quantum physics side of science, or quantum science. The Akashic Field, if you're not aware of it, is that place in the universe that contains all information of all time, past, present and future. Every potentiality and every possibility exists in that field, and we can tap into it when we know how, and when we can learn to soothe our inner being, our soul, to connect to it, to get guidance. And for me, it's never about guidance for the future, it's always about guidance for the present time. And science also has this belief that there is a hologram around the universe that contains all possible information of all time. So that really appeals to me, from being a human being and also being a soulful being. And what it's saying to me is how I move through the summer season, how do I channel peace, compassion, and empathy? It's connecting with the otherworldly. So this is saying to me more meditation. It's saying I'm not alone in this channel. The channel is the Akashic field, it's the Akasha. So me connecting to the Akasha through meditation is how I maintain peace, compassion, and empathy, and I can receive more guidance on how to do that. And how do I soothe my conscious mind? Because when we feel the fear, you know, our mind grabs hold of it and runs with it because our conscious mind needs a job to do. And when you live spiritually and intuitively, you know, you choose what to do in spiritually and intuitively. You choose what to do intuitively, and then you ask your conscious mind to take the actions in line with that. But as human beings, we do the opposite way around. What does our conscious mind say? What's the logical thing to do? And it's not always the right intuitive thing for us. Now, I'm human as well, so my conscious mind has been running riot and I've had some sleepless nights because it just will not settle down. So how can I soothe my conscious mind? Setting your course. So I can see a lovely rainbow here. Always love a rainbow. We can see the captain of the ship, presumably, with his telescope looking out to sea. So he's looking out to see what is around him. So setting my course and looking around me is understanding that what is around me doesn't have to be within me. The external world doesn't have to come inside, so I can keep the awareness of what's going on in the world and not be ignorant. But setting my course is about, you know, connecting with the Akashic field. It connects back and reinforces the answer to the first question. And setting my course means giving myself permission to soothe my conscious mind to start with, because it's so powerful. We think we have to listen to it all the time, and actually sometimes it needs a tea break. And that's why meditation is good for me, because it slows down and stops my conscious mind. So I'm going to set my course and I'm going to kind of sit with that and see what that means to me. But setting my course right now feels like continuing doing what I'm doing, but there's a little bit more in there, I'm sure, that will come to me in due course. And what can I do to release the conditioning of fear? Well, I love this message, caught in the ruins. And we can see two people behind this gate, but actually it's a ruin. They think they're trapped behind the gate, and they're not. I can see at the sides that there are no walls. So they could potentially just come outside of those walls and they'd be free. They can't see that actually they are free because of what's in front of them. So how does that translate for me to release the condition of fear? The fear is so in front of me, that's all I can see sometimes. And maybe you feel that way too. It just consumes you, it's right there. But actually, if you move back from that, if they moved back from those gates, they could see there's a way out for them. So I can see that by stepping back from my conscious mind, and that's obviously a figurative stepping back, a metaphorical one, that I don't have to be caught by that fear. That fear does not have me. It's me who chooses to have that fear. So I'm a big fan of using little mantras. Do I think they change things for us immediately? Do they transform us? No, but they have a power in the present. So caught in the ruins, a mantra might be for me when I feel that fear right in front of me is to say, I have freedom to feel, I have freedom to choose, I have freedom to think. And I think that's what's going to help me step back and say, this condition is not real and it's not mine. So I hope that helps you. That's what I've done today. I'm going to be spending more time allowing those messages to flow through me and see what else comes up. But I hope that's helped you, and around this video you'll see some wording and I'll write those questions down for you as well if you want to use them and adapt them. So wishing you a lovely summer if you are in the summer. If you've got extreme weather like us, please stay safe, keep hydrated, and follow the guidance that your local authorities give you, and also your intuitive guidance as well. Take care. Happy solstice. Bye.